Hi, I'm Natasha Frakes, and you're watching Market 1 Minute. Joining us today is Michael Kosowan, President and CEO of Torq Resources. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Natasha. Pleasure to be here.
Tell us about the company.
Torq is an exploration company. We're in Newfoundland. We've got a very large land package, 120,000 hectares that we're working on and developing. And we are looking for mineralization that's very high-grade gold. So we're looking for high-grade gold systems in north-central Newfoundland. We also have a very large treasury at hand. We have been very active at looking on the generative side. So we are looking at a variety of other projects that we would be involved in. And with our very healthy treasury, we think we're going to be able to advance our prospects very shortly.
Tell me more about what's ahead and what investors can look forward to.
Well, I think there's a bunch of things. I think right now on the ground, we're anticipating biogeochem results back from our Newfoundland project, or the Gander Gold project as we like to call it. I'm going to say we are the preeminent biogeochemists of Newfoundland, which sounds like a very novel title, and it is, given that we're one of the few companies using that kind of geochemistry in the region. So we anticipate that that's going to really help us find the gold through the soils, and we're going to be looking at the higher grade gold at bedrock level. That'll help us with our trenching program, and then that'll further our drilling program into mid-year of this year. So that's exciting on the technical front. On the more corporate side, of course, is what we're going to do with the capital. The capital in this kind of a market together, I think we can make it into such a way that it's going to be very accretive to our shareholders. And our shareholders are us. We do eat our own cooking. We're a company that has 30% ownership from directors and management. And on top of that, it's not like they bought a century ago. They've been buying over the last couple of months. So if you want to get in line with management and directors, it's very nice for someone to wax poetic about how good of a company they have, but show me the money. You know, put your money where your mouth is kind of a concept is always very important and a big element that you'll find with Torq Resources. So that combination gives us a great 1-2 punch, and I hope that puts investors enough on edge, or at least gives them the patience to understand that we're being thorough in the acquisitions that we're looking to make over the coming year.
Gold has done quite well over the last 2 years. What's your outlook for 2018?
Well, I mean, I don't think one can be in this business without at least being somewhat bullish. I think, you know, gold exploration companies haven't given a fantastic reason for speculative capital to be in this arena. And I think that the fundamental levels of gold are down to such a point that they really are starting to represent an interest from even that capital, especially if it gets a bit of a bloody nose while they're chasing some of the more exciting and volatile forms of capital that are out there. And I won't digress further into those. But there's a great fundamental level. You know, gold is money at the end of the day, and I think that that's going to come home and really benefit gold in the intermediate term.
What excites you the most about the projects you're working on right now?
What's exciting to me is really the potential that we can look for high-grade systems in Canada, and also the idea that this is a beaten-up market. Historically, well, my history is I was a broker for about 17 years, and I specialized in natural resource stocks. To be candid with you, one of the things that I was, especially when I was a greenhorn broker, I was really worried about losing my clients' money. And this is the kind of market where you can look for these exploration companies that have high potential, but the downside is actually limited. It may not feel that way because we've gone through a 4 or 5 year bear market, which has been relatively difficult and hasn't given the gains. But I think that when you start from a level where you can't hurt yourself too badly, that's a great place to start.
It was great talking with you, Michael. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Natasha. My pleasure.